Welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Blind. First things first for today, we're going to see if any of those auctions worked out for me. Well, there's nothing in here. And it wasn't a bid, I was actually selling things. So, all my auctions are done, as far as I can tell. So now, I think we need to go to a mailbox to actually get the stuff out. You'd think there would be a mailbox in here, but actually it's right over here. So, anybody trying to do a lot of transactions is going to take a lot of time running back and forth between these two locations. So let's see if... I'm still not sure if this means that things actually sold, or if I just get my stuff back. Auction expired. Okay, this one was successful. Okay, the sale price was 1 silver. A deposit of 0 copper. Auction house cut 5 copper. Received 95. Alright. Just for reference, I want to see what I could actually sell these items for to a shop. Just so I can have a better idea of what I'm...
Hello!
17... Oh, that's... Well, I tried to sell that for 1 silver. I can just sell it here for 1 silver. I'm pretty sure it cost me, like... Let me check. I can probably check this. Yeah, that cost me 50 copper. That's a lot of copper bars. And linen cloth. But very few people are going to be interested in a level 4 mace anyway, so I think I'll just sell that. And it's a lot better than making stuff like this. But this is probably a lot cheaper, so I'd have to look into whether or not it was worthwhile to actually use these. But if these are only 17 and 17 each for this and 13 each for this, then we'll make a new offer over here. And it is raining inside. Fascinating. Let's see if we can't get this to work out better for us. So these would sell to the shop for 17. This guy's selling for 50. I can do something like that. And we'll be using the optional buyout as well. So we'll just match that other guy's offer. Worst case scenario, I did see something about some kind of fee from the auction house. Let's see if this changes how much money it is when I create an auction. Doesn't look like it. And then this linen cloth. It's not going to be an armor. A bunch of people selling it for 21. Okay, this is interesting. 1 copper, or you could buy out for 6 silver and 99 copper. Yeah, the difference between what you can get for selling this to the store and what all these other people have put it in for. Well, just this one guy like 10 times, but still. You could sell it to the store for 13. It's not really worth bothering with right now. I think I'll just sell this to a store. Now for the next order of business. Looking to get the rest of the secondary skills. You can only have 2 professions at once, and I still haven't looked in to see what swapping between would do for me. But I've got my suspicions that it probably would not work in my favor to constantly be swapping between things. But you can have, I believe there's only 3 total, so 3 secondary skills. So, I believe there's fishing, cooking, and not herbalism. First aid.
What can I do for you?
So we've got apprentice first aid for 1 silver. Now this requires level 50, and the first new recipe is at level 40.
See you soon.
So that's going to be in here. First aid allows creation and use of bandages up to the skill 75. Cloth used to make these bandages is found on humanoids in the world. So let's see what options we have here. We can make linen bandage. Heals 66 damage over 6 seconds. Requires 1 cloth. So that, one thing I'm noting here is that it doesn't say must remain seated while eating. That sounds almost as good as a minor healing potion. That sounds pretty good. And so far, the things I've found that actually use linen cloth, like the heavy weight stone and the mace, didn't really seem like they were worth making. Especially compared to a unlimited heal like that. Then the other thing was cooking. Pretty sure I talked to this guy before, but in case to keep this, make sure this is open.
See you soon. How are you? Safe travel.
You don't know any other flight locations. Maybe someday. Well, probably. Gosh, this staircase is pretty far away from that sign, but okay. Cooking trainer.
Hi.
Apprentice cook. Now let's see
See you soon.
what options we have in here. Requires meat from beasts and fire to make food. So our current options are herb baked egg, requiring a small egg and mild spices. Roasted boar meat, which just requires chunk of boar meat, and wolf meat. Interesting.
What's on your mind?
Spice wolf meat, clams, steak.
Off with you.
Interested to see if we can't cook fish, apparently.
What can I do for you?
Here's those spices that one of them was talking about. There's some recipes. Smoked sagefish. Requires cooking 80 and combat 10. And sagefish delight.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Interesting. Ah, this is the Room of Darkness again. Oh, we're having troubles. Another thing I wanted to check out while we're here is, can you fish in this underground lake? I would assume so, since there's a fishing tutor right there right by there. They could really do with some more lighting here. I think that's kind of the atmosphere they're going for, though, so. I have to equip the fishing pole. There aren't any fish here. Well, that's unfortunate. Can you fish while swimming? Cannot use while swimming. Some things have little messages that are actually useful and tell you what's going on. And other things kind of don't. So here in the fishing...
Would you like to purchase something?
Teach how to cook slither skin mackerel. I have brilliant small fish.
What can I do for you?
That requires fishing 50.
Watch your back.
Pleased to meet you.
Well, if I ever come across a slither skin mackerel,
Very well, then.
this is just fishing supplies. There's a possibility that there was a fishing supply tutor back near the lake where I got this. Maybe they'd be able to sell me a recipe that actually uses this fish. I think that's something we're gonna go check out. And while we're at it, might as well go and trick or treat again. One day we'll have a mount to move a little bit quicker. That day is not today, though. I don't know what the lowest level mount was. I think it was like 40 or something. Chaos. It's raining inside. People running around on stuff. There's flying through the air. What a mess. Just what a mess. Back to the Stonefire Tavern. Again, I think the grate should be higher up. This seems like a safety hazard, but okay.
How are ya? Safe travels.
Tree bag. Flimsy male gnome mask. Soulbound head. Wow. I'm beautiful. Duration 7 days. Well, it's not like I actually have any helmets, so it's something at least. A bit more interesting than just another piece of food here. Okay. So, first thing we're going to do Okay, so head on over to Brunel Village. Maybe do some more fishing. See if they have a recipe to actually use these fish. Like, they almost have to have a recipe over there. You would think. I'm not gonna risk jumping down that cliff. Oh my goodness, look at this. Now that is something else. I wonder if this is a natural incline, or if it was made so you can get up to that mountaintop. It is suspiciously trail-sized. You can just follow the river. Maybe. Yeah. It's like a path, but it's actually made of water. Except the water is frozen. After finding that quest up in the mountains to deal with that Yeti area, I wonder if there's any more hidden quests around. Wouldn't be surprising. Would give a little bit more value to adventuring and such. Because besides that quest, most quests pretty much just led me to the next location with a bunch of people with exclamation points over their head. Snow leopard. See you there. And as far as I know, this might just be the only liquid water in the entire area. So this would probably be the only place you can fish, since that lake in Ironforge you can't fish in. Which is unfortunate. It was a tiny, very shallow pool. Just back in the city. For whatever reason. I suppose it could be a water source, but it didn't really seem to be a spring of any type. And so if it's just a stagnant pool, that's probably not a good idea. And we're back to this village, which is comprised of a few tents.
I have the finest wares in the land.
So, brilliant smallfish. Recipe, brilliant smallfish. There you go. Restores 61 health over 18 seconds. Must be seated. And that would give you cooking. Recipe, brilliant smallfish.
Watch your back.
And you have to learn this recipe here. Requires cooking fire and 1 raw brilliant smallfish. So it's pretty much the same as tough jerky. But I don't need to buy spices or find these eggs that I haven't found anywhere. I can also cook wolf and boar meat, which would be nice. So if I ever find any of that lying around, which is pretty likely, what with all the boars and such around, I'll be able to cook that too. I'm gonna try fishing while standing on that log, because that just just seems like the thing to be done. I'll face it this way to not have so much glare. Try to not be so click happy like the other last time I was trying to fish. Very relaxing. Oh my goodness, what's this? A raw longjaw mud snapper. Oh, I don't. I don't have a cooking recipe for that. Goes and buys a cooking recipe for this fish. Starts fishing things that aren't that. See, I clicked it again. Gotta stop doing that. So that's the fish we're looking for. Now we have a new quest to see if we can find a recipe to cook this frog. This very well could have been the thing that I saw in the earlier fishing cooking shop. I don't remember right now. It's amazing that he managed to do this while keeping his balance on this log. You know what this area needs? Leopards attacking you. That feels like a thing that would happen. And you think more animals would be around this area, seeing as how it's a source of liquid water in an otherwise very frozen expanse. And on that note, you would think more things would be hibernating, seeing as how it's a vast frozen expanse. But that doesn't really lend itself to very good gameplay now, does it? I'm seeing a copper vein over there. I'm seeing a copper vein over there. Just gonna sneak on in here. Oh wow, my goodness. Look at that guy. And I am outie. I don't need 4 wolves attacking me right now. Oh no, he's level 10. And he's gone. Yeah, you better run. How not to learn your lesson. And it's gone. That's pretty good. I think we'll head back to Anachronist. Cook up some fish, make some stuff. And then from there we can explore around to different areas. And on our way, we'll pick up some more boar meat.
Too far away.
So now we can do something with that.
That ability isn't ready yet.
Oh, we're too quick now. What is the cooldown on that anyway? 15 seconds?
I'm out of range.
There's some boar meat. Not getting very much boar meat. But it's something.
Too far away.
I want to have a word with these gnomes in here about why their thing didn't work. It didn't work. I'm disappointed in you. And we're also... see if we can get all the quests again now that we're in disguise, so no one remember that's me. Smelt these copper ores and the copper bars. Ooh, a rough copper vest with 81 armor. What's that compared to mine? I have a loose chain vest that's better. Okay, these are yellow. And these ones are orange. I think the different colors mean that it can only sometimes give you a level up. Or maybe it means that you can actually make it. There's some information it's trying to give me here. I'm just not exactly sure what it is. I think we'll just make the best then. Okay. So that's all of that. We got a new shiny chest. It's not as good as the one we have on. Find a fire in here to cook a whole bunch of different things. Roast this boar. The roasted boar meat turned into a drumstick. There's a tiny picture of a fish going to my backpack over here. Looks like a gold selling type thing.
What can I do for you? Good.
Cooking trainer.
You got my attention.
Spiced wolf meat.
Watch your back.
Okay, this raw long jaw mud snapper is as good as cooked other things. So maybe you just eat these raw, and they're just as good as anything else.
Well met.
Sell some stuff. So this is worth 6. This is worth 1. This is worth 1. Could probably sell that for more. These are worth 1 each. A lot of stuff that's only worth 1. But for some reason this is worth 6. Even though it's literally the same thing as the tough jerky and the small fish. With how easy it is to come by these other food sources, I don't think we're going to worry about having this many on us. My question is, do I want to keep the tough jerky or get more small fish? With the amount of these that I have right now, I don't think I'm going to be using the jerky at all. So I think we'll get rid of this. Keep the small fish, and then eventually go and get more fish instead. This actually is more useful than the jerky, which I'm not really sure I know how to make the jerky. Another question is, have I lost that one cooking recipe forever? Or is that something you can actually get back somehow? Is there just a fire on the road? Weird. I don't think this was always here. Doesn't seem like a great place to put fire. Just in the middle of the road. Alright. Next thing I want to do is explore this mysterious area right here. That's the only thing further west than the quarry that I don't have explored. Cozy fire. Increases spirit by 4. Okay. So it's past Steel Grill's depot over here. These Mechanostriders are pretty neat. Hopefully we can make more selling that on the auction house. Okay. So let's see what mysteries are back this direction. There's gotta be something here, or it would have just Misty Pine Refuge. So I was gonna say it had to be something, or it would have shown, or it would have already been displayed on my map. Let's see what they got over here. Father Gavin. The Argent Dawn. Oh, let's see what's in here. It's his house. I got 65 experience for showing up, so that's something. Hello? Okay. We can head back this way further. Honestly, it does not look like there's going to be anything back here. Especially since I can't actually get up that way. Well, we've seen it. If we ever find a quest later that wants us to head to the Misty Pine Refuge, we know where it is. And we're on top. It's got a rabbit and everything. And a broken down cart. Okay. No wonder I missed it. Path doesn't even connect to the actual path. Just strange. So we got a well-traveled stone-ish path and a well-traveled dirt path, and never the twain shall meet. Is that one guy just walking back and forth on that path all the time? Seems very strange. Doesn't really show a path there. Oh well. Next stop will be the Golbalor Quarry. I believe there was a quest down in there. And if it's a quarry, we might be able to find a significant amount of ores, which would be pretty neat. This face is still amazingly amusing. I think there's a boar stuck in this tree. Come on out, friend. What a torturous existence. I just grabbed a chunk of boar meat out of a tree. How very, very peculiar. I don't think there was anything in this house. Or it was a ranch and it was more high-level stuff. If they didn't want people jumping down instead of using the staircase, they wouldn't design their houses like that. They have only themselves to blame. Yeah, this is just the ranch. As good as any time to check to see if it actually was level 40.
Hi.
Requires level 40 and ram riding. Okay. And 80 gold.
What's on your mind?
So if I ever come up with 20 gold
Great to meet you.
So if I ever come up with level 40 and 100 gold, I can get myself a ram. That's gonna be a while. That should be the quarry we're coming up on. Gold Belore Quarry. For someone with mining and blacksmithing professions, this looks like the place for me. I turned around. Guess what's happening? We'll explore here next episode. Looks like we have multiple quests, a whole bunch of different people to talk to, different shops, trainers, all sorts of good stuff. Next time. Goodbye.